Knew I shouldn't have walked the dog to work. Should have just drove. Alright, put him on a collar. Alright, think we're good. Should have just drove. Should have just drove. Oh, so many stairs. Gotta talk to Brooke about removing some of those stairs. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're going to try to make this top 10 quick because, yeah, we're kind of on a tight schedule here. So, this week, we're going to be counting down, and I apologize that it's slightly late, we're going to be counting down the top 10 months with the most title switches. Now, there is some technicalities to it that sort of divide up the list, but the technicalities are kind of required. Now, while this isn't an opinionated list, this is a fact-based list, it's kind of something interesting to know, and it's occasionally fun to have opinionated lists where it's good to hear the opinions, the as honest as possible opinions, and ones that are fact-based that still shock you. So it would be kind of interesting. Just give it a shot. Tell me what you think. Let's get to number 10. Coming in at number 10 is March. Now, you know, think around WrestleMania season, many titles have swapped hands, but when you think about it, really, can you even name any yourself? Well, the one and only title swapped ever happened on March is Brooke winning the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 2. Never else has a world title ever swapped hands in the month of March. So that's number 10, March, coming in with one swap, coming in at number 10. Coming in at number 9 is also with one swap, but two technicalities, is the month of January. Now, just about the only world title that's ever swapped hands is Eddie winning the World Heavyweight Championship, although by technicality, even though it's not really qualified as a world title anymore, and still back then was hardly considered one, the IWF Championship swapped hands twice, meaning that there's two technicalities. So depending on what you want to qualify technicalities for, points-wise, this could be number 8, and this could swap for number 8, whichever one you believe. But we're going to keep it with Spencer and Rookie winning the IWF Championship and Eddie winning the World Heavyweight Championship at Royal Rumble. That's one title swap and two technicalities. January coming in at number 9. Coming in at number 8 is the month of April. Now, the month of April has only ever had 2 world title switches, which is somewhat shocking. You'd think that the month after WrestleMania would have some of their own, you'd think, but that isn't really the case. Some famous titles to switch hands in April include the Road WWE Championship. Actually, the only championship that's ever swapped hands worldwide is the Road WWE Championship, swapping to Eddie's hands at Extreme Rules 2015 and swapping to Money's hands 3 days later on April 29th. So only 2 times ever has a world championship swapped hands in the month of April, and both of them were Road WWE. So that's April with 2 world title swaps. Coming in number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a tie between May and July, both with 4 world title switches each. We saw the end of 2 very long reigns, the longest reigns of their respective time zone, Brooks Road WWE and Eddie's World Heavyweight, follow the hands of King Gunna and Flame 321. Those are 2 famous ones for May. And for July, we saw Ness win the Road WWE Championship. We saw Ethan use his King of the Ring to successfully capture the World Heavyweight Championship, and many more, so I apologize. I'm trying to name a lot of the notable ones as quick as possible. So that's May and July with 4 title swaps each, coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6 is June with 4 title switches and 1 technicality. And now we qualify this as a technicality, but it is a champion being crowned. But this is also to ensure that we could have made the list. So this is June. And it had, of course, Ethan winning the Road WWE Championship at the time, Kids winning the Road WWE Championship. It saw Ranger be crowned the World Heavyweight Champion, which is our technicality. And not quite sure right off the bat, top of my head, Mam won the Road WWE as well. So generically, I think Road WWE is the only title that's ever swapped hands in June, and World Heavyweight being given over. But you get the point. So that is June with 4 title swaps and 1 technicality, coming in at number 6. Coming in at number 5 is a tie between December and February. Now, February also saw the beginning of two of the longest title reigns at the time. We saw Brooke win the first ever Road to WWE Championship, and Eddie's career take off immensely with the winning of his World Heavyweight Championship. We also saw Y3 become the World Heavyweight Champion, go into Mania with that, and we've seen so many more. And with December, of course, we saw the start of the 616-day reign. We saw Flames as World Heavyweight Champion. We saw many Road WWE switches. But here's the thing, this list could switch, come this pay-per-view TLC. So December could go up on the list, or it could stay the same. Who knows? Maybe no world titles will swap hands. Who knows? But that is December and February coming in at number 5 with 5. And that number 5. Coming in at number 4 is October with 6 world title switches. We've seen the R.C.W. title switch hands. We've seen the world heavyweight switch hands. Just so many reigns. Kids Rock 4 was able to gain his world heavyweight championship going in there. We saw Afraid Hacker and Flames Dude 44 become your world heavyweight champions, as well as Brooke win her World Heavyweight Championship. We saw Road WWE swap hands for the first time to Mam Mam Hockey or ZM Punk, and so many more circumstances. But that is 6 world title swaps in the month of October, and every title is swapped hands there, so that's October coming in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is August with 7 world title switches. Now this one, it's high on the list. It's kind of unfair that it's high on the list because it also had the preliminary pay-per-view, the inaugural pay-per-view of R.C.W. SummerSlam, where every single world title had to switch hands. But that's only 2 world titles at the time, so it's not that big a deal. We saw the very first R.C.W. champion, Kids Rock 4, be crowned. We saw the very first world heavyweight champion, Racunia, be crowned. We've seen Mattis win the Road to WWE. Just so many other occasions. We've seen Rock win his World Heavyweight Championship, all in the month of August. Month of August may not have the most title switches of world title switches, but is definitely a big month for world title switches. So that is August, coming in at number 3 with 7 world title switches. Coming in at number 2 is November. I did that one last time, but November with 8 world title switches. We've seen Glirax win the R.C.W. Championship. We have seen Flakuchu be World Heavyweight Champion. We have seen Flame 321 be World Champion. We have seen Damon just recently won the World Heavyweight Championship. We've seen multiple cash-ins and rematch clause affiliations between Damon and Loner. That's 4 in just this month alone. And 3 in this month. And Doder win the Deadly Games tournament. So much has happened in the month of November. And if you've been counting down what months have been said and what haven't been said, you know what number 1 is. But we're going to say it anyway. That's November, coming in with 8 title eight title swaps. Coming in at number 2. Coming in at number 1 is the month of September. September has had the most world title switches with 8 official ones and 1 unofficial one. So with our 8 ones, many of these include Kids Rock 4 winning it, Viper winning it, Ethan winning it. All by it, I mean the R.C.W. Championship. Sorry, I didn't clarify that. We've also seen the World Heavyweight Championship switch between Kids and Racunia in 2013. We have seen Ethan claim the championship in 2014. We saw Rabid Cool Stuff win the championship, the World Heavyweight Championship. We haven't actually seen a Road WWE title switch except for Agents in 2014. We saw none in 2015, so sorry. Trying to recall as many as possible for number 1, but that is September with 8 world title swaps and 1 technicality coming in at number 1. Alright, I'm Kids Rock 4, and she's I'm Brooksy, and this is the end of... Please help. Please help. Please kill me.
The dog doesn't like me.
Get her. Why does this not work? Alright, yeah, but thank you. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of R.C.W. Top 10. And we hope you enjoyed. Can't really make your own list, but you can tell us what you think about it and give us more suggestions. So please make sure to comment your suggestions because we'd more than love to hear them. Also, it's a lot easier when the fans are helping us. So we hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out TLC, most likely December 20th, and there's going to be a lot of matches you're not going to want to miss. So trust me, try
True.
to come as much as you can coming up to that pay-per-view because trust me, it's going to be something you don't want to miss.